What's up, guys? It's day 139 of trying to get rich and become a millionaire. These are just my daily check-in videos where I share my progress, my journey, my experience, all that good stuff. And it's been a minute. I did a little update video while I was walking to go read yesterday because I just haven't done one of these in a long time. I've been pretty good about the daily check-ins on TikTok and shorts, but anyway, you don't care. Let me tell you, I've got some good stuff to update you guys with. Not completely, like I haven't gotten any money, but I think I have my first social media client. We'll see how that goes. And my goal that I was talking about is like $1,000 a month per client to $1,500, maybe $2,000 a month per client, where I'll film the content, I'll edit the content, I'll post the content, and just help these local businesses with their social media. And that was the goal. That's the thing I've been thinking on. You guys can look back like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I've been talking about starting doing this a month ago, or probably even longer. I honestly don't know, but it's just been something that I've slowly been building and working towards. And so my hesitation is that I am still trying to grow my YouTube channels, my websites, and everything like that. And if we take a step back, I am making maybe $1,000 a month on average, up to $2,000 on a good month from the affiliate marketing from my YouTube and my website and all of that stuff. Now, I haven't touched it in over a week, maybe 2 weeks, haven't really touched any of it, and it's all on autopilot and it's still doing about the same. And so one of my beliefs is like, oh my God, I can't stop posting on my YouTube or it's all going to fall apart, or I can't stop, I don't know. I've been building it up for so long. It's taken me years to get to that point where it's at $1,000 to $2,000 a month. And so stepping away from it or spending less time on it is something that's been very hard for me to do. And I spread myself thin. I think about different ideas. Like the whole thing is just kind of fucked up. And I know I needed to change it, and I needed to change it. And it's like just been slowly, painfully thinking about different ideas, because I think that maybe I could get it to consistently do $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, maybe somewhere around there, but never up to $5,000. I just think it'd be very hard to do it, to have it be generating that more passively. The way it works is I create videos, I push people to join my email list where I give them a free product, and that free product contains affiliate links, and then they may or may not purchase through those affiliate links, and that's that. And so it's a very set up system. And the cool thing is I built it on SEO and not necessarily on viral content, like keep posting every day. Like it's SEO, like people are searching for the videos, they're finding the videos, and it's going to be that way for a while. One thing I'd like to do is build a catalog of those videos in higher quality and just leave them. And I talked about it on one of my walks. I don't think I published it, but I filmed myself walking, talking about it. And then I had an epiphany. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Why don't I just start doing something that's going to bring in more money initially? And then I just pay somebody to edit it. Like that's the hang up I have, is I want to make all these videos for my personal channel, but I don't want to film them. I don't want to edit them. Like there's just so much. I'm just so tired of it, man. I'm so burnt out. And I'm like, okay, why don't I do this other thing and try and bring in money that way, and then pay people to edit the videos there? It's kind of the epiphany I had, is it's just like, okay, I'm going to just get something that I can bring in more money with initially and pay to build that system out that I want to build out, that I know will sustain $2,000 a month for a long time. So the reason I got pushed into that, more backstory. The reason I got pushed into that is, like, if you guys look back a week, 2, 3, 4 weeks, I've been talking about what the fuck I'm going to do. The lease on this apartment is up in, what is it? February, March, April, May, June, July. I think July. So 5 months, 4 or 5 months, but I'm already trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I looked at the cheap apartments down the street that are like $1,100 for a 300 square foot studio. And here it's like $1,500 for a 750 square foot 1 bedroom. And where we're at, we're in this 2 bedroom, but I'm on the lease with my ex-girlfriend, and like sometimes she lives here, sometimes she does, just a whole shit show. And I'm trying to figure out what to do next. And one of the things that came up was move to New Mexico, where like I could get a house with a yard for Joey for what I'm paying here. And part of me didn't want to do that. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity here. We started going to the brewery up the street, and I don't drink, I just drink water, but she gets to play with other dogs, and like, I don't know, it's kind of fun to be social and talk to people from time to time. I pulled out my computer and was working on stuff today, and someone gave me shit for it. Are you working at 8? Like, shut up, dude. I'm not just trying to sit here and get drunk every day of my life. Like, fuck off. It was some chick. Anyway, rest my case. But it's like building a sense of community, and I belong here. I want to stay here. I want to make it work. And so when I had that idea, I'm like, fuck, I'm going to figure out how to make it work. Talked to the apartment people and figured out that I could transfer my lease to another unit here, and we wouldn't have to pay $2,000 each to break the lease, and then I would just be on the lease on my own. Problem is, it's going to be a lot more expensive for me to pay for it on my own. And I'm like, I'm paying my rent just fine, but I'm also putting a ton of money aside to pay off credit card debt. And I think I'm going to have to ease up on that to pay the full rent by myself. And I don't really like the idea of that. And then what I said yesterday in the check-in was like, instead of having like the broke mindset and being like, oh, I just need to spend less money, is I'm just I went for it. I applied for the apartment. That's the same price as this one. So it's actually going to be $1,800 a month for a 1-bedroom, 900 square foot 1-bedroom though. And I'm like, I'm just going to do it, and then I'll figure out how to pay for it later. So I'm just going to try and make more money. And so then I really started hitting the SMMA shit hard. And all I did is started doing the website that I said I was going to build, where I showcase local businesses. That's gotten me a good amount of connections because people want to do that. They want to be on there. They want to be featured. And then when I made a post a few days later on the website, I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about doing social media. I'll come to your location. I'll film the content for you. I'll edit it. I'll post it for you. Like, is anyone interested? Like 40 comments. I'm like, what the hell? I thought this would be a lot harder. I haven't even messaged all the people that commented. Like, I've not gone through that. But one of the people today, we were talking, and we're going to sit down next week and figure it out, come up with a plan. We agreed on a price. It's less than what I wanted, but it's like, it's my first person. It can help me build a portfolio. Like, what the hell? Of course I'm going to do it and just play it out. Like, that's my whole thing, is I'm not even going to try. Like, I'm going to accept whatever budgets people within reason people have, just so that I can learn what I need to say no to, what I need to say yes to, and like what works for me. And as I pivot it, what direction I want to go. So I was like, yeah, for sure. Like, that's fine. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. And so, yeah, we'll do that. I got one client, and I was just doing the breakdown. Like, right now I make on average $1,000 a week at Olive Garden serving, and I'm spending 30 hours of my life each week to make that $1,000. That's a pretty good return. Like, the hourly, that comes out to what, 30 something an hour? $33 an hour. Okay. Comes out to 33 an hour. To me, that's a lot. I'm like a $15 an hour kind of guy. I thought $15 an hour was a lot when I got paid that in like 2017. So anyway, I was like, that's pretty good. And 33 is good to me. All right. I'm happy with that. Now, when I think about it longer, is like, if I can find a social media client and do $1,000 a month, and I go out there 2 times a month, and I spend an hour filming content, even if you add drive time, and I drive far, like, okay, there's 4 hours a month of filming and driving, and then I edit the content. If I do it myself and don't outsource it, I spend, let's say 5 hours a week to edit a week's worth of content. Easy. Like, that is a big estimate for a low amount of content, 5 hours a week. I'm spending 6 hours a week to make $1,000. Oh wait, that's $1,000 in a month. Hold on. So let's say it's 5 hours per client, 20 hours a month for 1,000, and then I add. I gotta make sure I'm doing my math right. Times 4. Okay, wait. Yeah, so 5 hours. God, I'm trying to do month and week. Okay. 5 hours, let's say 5 hours a week, film and edit the content each week. The filming will be split into 4, so 5 hours a week to make, if we're doing $1,000 a month, it's $250 a week. I times that by 4. I'm cutting off 10 hours of my time at Olive Garden. So I'm making now, if we're doing 4 clients a month, paying me $1,000 a month, I'm making $4,000 a month or $1,000 a week. And if each client's work takes me an hour or 5 hours each week, I'm spending 20 hours a week and I'm making that $4,000 back. So therefore I'm buying myself 40 extra hours a month that I can spend on other things and still make the same amount of money. And if I figure out how to get to $2,000 a month clients or scale it or outsource that work, which would be ideal, is outsource the shorts work, $10 a short, 5 shorts a week per business. I say I spend $50 a week to outsource the shorts, and I'm making $250 a week. Like that saves me 5 hours, and I'm bringing in the $200 in profit. So anyway, there's a lot of ways to scale it, and I just think ultimately going in this direction, it's gonna have a ceiling for sure. Like it's not something that's infinitely scalable. Like I can't take on 100 clients, I can't take on 20 clients. I probably would 5 at max. But with that, it's just better return on my time. And with that, I think I can build it into something and eventually scale it, eventually take on more clients, or go into coaching, go into selling a course. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of different options. But anyway, that's the direction I'm going. That's like the full breakdown. You're welcome. If you're in Phoenix, don't steal my idea. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to go in that direction. And I was like, fuck, I got to figure out how to pay for this rent. I don't want to be poor. I still want to put the same money towards my debt payoff. So I'm just going to try and add on another couple $1,000s a month. And so here we are. I'm at the one person. We'll just keep finding a couple more and see what happens. But that was like I said, just in 1-2 days of feeling around and responding to Facebook messages. And there's more people that I'm talking to right now that are just kind of just in the pipeline, so to speak. So anyway, I just, it's been really exciting. A lot has changed. I don't know, honestly, there's a lot of uncertainty. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Like, this coming month's going to be really hard because I wasn't planning on paying that rent myself coming up, and we paid the deposit or the transfer fee. I bought the thing for the helmet. Like, I just recklessly spent money, and now I have a lot more expenses coming up. But you know what? Fuck it. We figure it out. It's fine. Everything's fine. Like, I just threw myself in the deep end is pretty much what I did. And it's thanks to that book, The $1 Million Weekend, that I've been reading by Noah Kagan. I told you guys about it. It's been very good. He's like, just start. Don't worry about anything else. Just start. You'll figure it out. He talked about how he made $1,000 doing a jerky business in 24 hours. Profit, $1,000 profit, just to prove people that he could. Now, I don't know what's real and what's fake, but it's a good story and it makes sense. And so he's like, so just start, don't overthink it, blah, 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 blah. And that's what I did. Put that feeler out on Facebook, started messaging people, started replying to messages, and here we are. And the cool thing is, like, let's say I can't get $1,000 a month client. Let's say absolutely no way. Like, I can just take if I'm starting out at cheap, way cheaper than that, like, I can build it into it, no problem. I have no reservations that I can like build something up in that area. The problem is I need to spend my time and my energy on it. Anything historically, anything that I've wanted to do or wanted to build, I've made happen. It's happened. Like, there has not been anything that I really set my mind to that has not happened. So it's that simple. It's that simple. But what I need to do to make sure this works is I need to step away from all the other distractions. The other YouTube, the other website, like that stuff is kind of, I think, capped where it's at. And I just need to leave it where it's at, move over here, and put my time and energy on this new thing that I'm doing. And make sure that I'm not doing it like as a distraction or anything like that. Just make sure I'm going all in on it. So it's very hard for me. Like, it's scary putting myself out there. It's scary starting, but it's also scary being broke and not having any money. So I don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to do that. But I do feel like this is the right direction. I feel like I'm working on the right things, and I feel like it's all going to work out. Some guy who messaged me, like, this guy seems like he's doing really good. And I was like, dude, can you mentor me? He's like, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I asked him some questions. He gave me some good advice. I sent him $7 for coffee. He said, I'm going to dominate. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to dominate. But he told me to join a BNI group, and I had no idea what that was. So I was laying on my phone researching it, and I'll try and go as a visitor. It's a pretty cool concept, just local networking groups. It's expensive if you want to become a member. I don't know if it's worth it. But while I was doing that, somebody else messaged me from the Facebook group and said, hey, I'm hosting a network meeting. I want to start doing these. Do you want to come to it? I'd love to have you. I'm like, yes, of course. So that's going to be my thing. I think there's a lot of competition for what I'm doing out there. There's so much competition. But the difference is, like, they're all going online. Like, it's very easy to source leads online. It's very easy to contact online and all of that stuff. And it's harder to do it in person because it takes physical time and stuff. And I think I could really build a good audience and community doing these in-person things and offering information out there and just helping local businesses with the stuff that I know how to do for free, building this community, and eventually it's all going to pay off. That's my thought process anyway. We'll see how that changes, but the struggle I have right now is trying to figure out how it all ties in, because there's different aspects of it. There's like the actual social media marketing for the businesses, which to me is the thing that makes the money. But then there's the other side of it where I'm showcasing the businesses and I'm building up a brand around that doesn't make money. But what that does for me, what it should do for me, is generate leads for the social media marketing. And I'm trying to figure out how these two different brands tie into each other. And I want it to be like just the umbrella of me as the person who's an expert in the area on what to do in the area, and a force for local business owners to help them beat the corporate people who are in here making it hard for them, and also the person who does the social media marketing for these local businesses. And so I think that there's a way to do it as me as the umbrella, instead of creating like 2 more different websites and 2 more different brands, just have it be me who does this and also does this. But I'm not sure what the overlap is, and I'm trying to figure that part out, because that's the hardest part. I don't like, what I'm wanting to do is quit the website YouTube brand that I'm working on for my other 2 channels and just let that passively do its thing, and then start one thing that I can focus all my time and energy on, not start 3 more things. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to figure out how to just incorporate it all into one thing that is a big flywheel. That's what I need to figure out. And it's hard, man. I've drawn so many little circles, like with my name and then the other name circled and then $sign and then question mark, and like just trying to figure it out. And it's very, very hard because I don't know exactly how it all ties together and what it does. But I know getting myself out there, showcasing these local businesses builds goodwill and builds connections, and hopefully it really helps them out. And then from there, I can help them crush their social media, and everyone wins, man. Everyone wins. So much. It hurts my head trying to map it all out and figure it out. But I would say overall, I'm in a much better place now than I was a year ago, for sure. And I'm probably in a much better place now than I was when I started doing these check-in videos like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. So it's going to be weird. These next couple weeks are going to be really hard for me. And I know that it's going to be tough. And I'm going to want to give up. But we won't. We're going to just keep going. Anyway, that's my check-in. You might not get another check-in for a while. I've really got my head down, like just fucking going. I have been staying up till 5 a.m., going to bed, waking up at 10, waking up again at 10:30, waking up again at 10:45, taking out the dog, and then working on my stuff till I go to work at 5, and then come home at 10, and then go to bed at 5, and then it's just been like this, and I'm tired. but I got to do it, man. I got so much to do. I'm going to be 30 in a few years, and I got to have it figured out before then. I've got to be doing, so much I got to do. So anyway, that's check-in. I'll get this posted. I'm going to go downstairs and try and figure out that umbrella chart that I'm just trying to figure out what my flywheel is a good way to put it. There's a good book about the flywheel. What's it called? Hold on. It's not Measure What Matters. It might be Measure What Matters. Hold on. Turning the Flywheel. Oh, okay. Good to Great. That's what it is. Good to Great by Jim Collins. And then Turning the Flywheel, I guess, is another add-on to that. But the whole concept of the flywheel, you guys should research it. It's genius. And as you're building a business, you should have that in mind. Otherwise, you're stuck. Like, you're just stuck trying to make different parts of the business work. And if you can figure out what the one part of the business is that moves the whole business forward and keeps everything moving, you've got it. You've got it made. Like for Amazon, the whole thing of it was like, the more businesses that are listing products and selling on Amazon, the more customers are going to come to that. And so Amazon's whole approach, you'd think Amazon would spend money acquiring customers to get to the website, but it was the opposite. Like they would spend money getting people to sell on, this is early on, getting people to sell on Amazon, because they knew that when there was more people selling, there was more products, there was more offers, there was more price competition, there'd be more customers going there to buy from Amazon. So that whole flywheel is like, you get the thing moving just a little bit, and then you get the great flywheel moving. And so in turn, it just kept generating. And so that was like the core focus. And so for my other brand, the whole point, my flywheel is like creating content, review content that people are searching for, and then giving them a list of products that are good for them. And as long as I created the content that they were searching for, they're going to land on that video. They're going to request a list of products, and I'm going to get their email. They're going to buy a product. And so the focus doesn't have to be posting freaking affiliate links everywhere. That's not the focus. That's not the best use of my time. The best use of my time is creating the videos that they're searching for, that then puts them in my email funnel, that then sends them the affiliate link. And by doing that, it's just like that. That's why it's still passively working, even though I haven't uploaded a video in 2-3 weeks. That's why. So anyway, think about the flywheel. I gotta go. I gotta quit talking. I'll see you guys later.